First pitch coming your way next. And today's starting pitcher, Brandon Woodruff. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
In the air, right field. Soto on the move. Reaching for it and brings it in. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jonathan Aranda. And first offering is fouled off. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Just misses with that one. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Line drive. And that is that. Bobby Witt Jr. up now for the Brewers. Round ball left side. And it finds its way over. So a man on base to start the inning. Runner on the goal. Full side. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
I think that still kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First game, game one, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Out towards right center field. Base hit! Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Looking for his first big hit right here. Swinging a ground ball. There's one. And a run scores on the double play. That one hit to right. And that will end the inning. We move to the back here in Milwaukee. And stepping in for the Rays, Cedric Mullins. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time. And he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away.
No.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Takes it in for the out. Swings and sends a rocket to right. 2 down. And now it's Gavin Lux. Up the grab to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Definitely a tough play right there, and he had a little trouble on the transfer. Didn't seem to be able to get the grip and get rid of it, and that made all the difference.
That one fouled off. 0-1 now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is that. The Rays back here in American Family Field. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. Swinging a foul out of play. Way out front for strike two. McClanahan, multi-time All-Star, making his first start of the year. A former first-round pick back in 2018. This one in the air right field. Takes it in for the out.
Batting
and first offering is fouled off. That to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. And a man aboard.
Batting seven, the third baseman, number 8.
Kazuma Okamoto up now for the Brewers. On the ground to the left. And it stays fair. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
A couple of singles back to back. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
That one outside. And that is ball.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Two on, one out. Double play ball to second. There's one. There's second double play already. This one in. Back here in Milwaukee and stepping in for the Rays, Chandler Simpson. Simpson knocked home 5 runs in his last game.
Man, a 5 RBI game like he had, that's pretty special. I only did that once, but I had 5 hits that day. It came only 4 days after I had a 4 RBI game. Not trying to toot my horn, but it was a pretty good week.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Oh, 1 now.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. Still 1 challenge left for them. And that one is lifted in the air. Judge in position. And a couple of quick outs. So the Rays batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz now. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. Down in order go the Rays. They still trail 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. And that one pulled foul. Comes up empty.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now one away.
Well, he didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all, and that at bat, nothing but off-speed stuff. Even with all the changes coming, and somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
On the first strike. It's 0-1. All right, Chris, when you talk about great logos, the Milwaukee Brewers, the M and the B that form a glove, not everyone even realizes that it's an M and a B with that glove. They started using it in 1978 and have been using it a lot more recently. It's a great logo, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, I remember as a kid, my brother had that ball cap, and I would just kind of borrow it. Some would say steal it, but it was just such a cool-looking logo. I had no idea until years later that that's what was hidden on the inside of it, that M and that B. But very, very cool.
Terang in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. This to center field. And it falls. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
He gets labeled as a bad ball hitter because he's just got that special knack of doing damage with pitches outside the zone. He's just really good at it.
Munetaka Murakami getting ready to hit.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat. Get that first hit at the big league level.
Nope. Outside.
If you're playing right now, tweet out, I was this many days old when I found out the Brewers glove logo is an M and a B. Hashtag MLB the show. Because I guarantee you there are people playing right now that had no idea there was an M and a B in that.
That's a great point.
Terang, the runner at first with 2 gone. Hard hit, right side. Out number 3. Back here at American Family Field, and stepping in for the Rays, Jonathan Aranda.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
And a foul. Field 2. This one in the air, right field. Soto moving back for it. And that one is foul. So we'll try it again. In the air, left field. Judge should have this one. And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
He's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And that one fouled off. Raised down by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Fights that one away. The count remains 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Popped up. Went under it. And there's 2 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Now here is Cedric Mullins. Fastball right back to the mound. Throws to first in time. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. 0 for 1 so far. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 4th.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it's caught just in front of the wall. And he's in safely at third with 1 out.
stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
This one in the air, center field. Mullins settles underneath it and makes the grab. Runner tags for home. The relay to the plate. Save at the plate. And they lead by 2. Ripped to third, but handled. And that'll end. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Well, these Rays just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they're now out of challenges. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Contreras takes it in for the out. One up, one down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the second baseman, Gavin Lux.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Out number 2.
The heater can be a tone setter for a pitcher, but if it's not effective, it goes the other way. It becomes a tone setter for the offense. I just haven't been able to do much with it in this one.
Fortes stands in now and watches strike 1. Fights it off, you'll see another.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he's registered. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Swing and a miss.
Well, these Brewers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Got it started a little too early, strike 1.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Breaking ball, and they got him.
That ball got him.
And now a huge at-bat coming up as Bobby Witt Jr. steps in.
Yep, that ball
Tip
went
of
out.
the pen for the Rays. Cole Sulser preparing to come on if needed. Seymour, the left-hander, also throwing. And that's fouled off. The Brewers trying to break this one open. Last half of inning number 5. Slow ground ball to the right side. To second.
He's in there. He's second.
And now Kevin Cash out of the... A new arm into the game. The righty, Cole Sulser.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time and try to get out of this.
Swings through that one.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
The 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something that you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Good job to fight that one off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the
Get back going with a foul ball.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that is a big first out. Up now for Milwaukee, Munetaka Murakami. Golden opportunity right here. And that one fouled off. Bases loaded. One away. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Makes a sliding stop. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing day. Back here in Milwaukee. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. So digging in, Chandler Simpson. Ball, no strikes. Woodruff deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Grounds one to short. Now the throw to first on the run. Pretty nice play there.
The batter, number 6. Wall.
Popped up. Murakami has a beat on it. And there's 2 away. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy Diaz. And the pitch is in for a strike. And it's a 1-1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Two down, nobody on. That one ripped, and it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair. So that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
Base hit center field. Diaz around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Swinging a foul straight back. Sliced hard, but foul. He goes down looking. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ian Seymour. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season.
Oh, that's out there. Yeah.
In the air, left side. Simpson moving under this one. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Bullpen movement for the Rays. Mason Engler, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Baker getting loose as well. Strike 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
2 down, bases empty. Juan Soto up now for the Brewers.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
And he'll juke it. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. We go to the top of the 7th. And stepping in for the Rays, Cedric Mullins. This one popped up, foul ground first base side. And there's one down.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Foul ball there.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Judge takes it in for the out. 2 down. Here's Gavin Luxton. He is singled and he is fly to left. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Judge under this one, and that'll do it. So they make.
Just wanted to show some real love for your screen calls. You genuinely got crazy potential and I'd love to connect you with the top.
Tap foul to plate. Next offering is foul back.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
In the air to left center. Simpson gets under it. Takes it in for the out.
I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Sharp around it. That's through for a base hit. So a man more now with one away. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. He's over. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to. Well, that event seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
This one in the air. Arundel settles underneath it. And that's the inning. Ready to begin the 8th. And now the catcher for the Rays, Nick Fortes. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Smoked on the ground a second. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here comes a new arm for the Brewers, John Gray.
The best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ballgame. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he...
Walls in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Looking to get the tying run on base. Got a corner for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, no signs of worry right on the mound here.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Back here in American Family Field. On to the bottom of the 8th. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Mullins pulls it in on the run. One pitch and one out. That one to first, Aranda. And he takes it himself for the out.
Up next for the Brewers.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Mason Engler won't go any further, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. Garrett Clevenger gets the call from the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. 1 for 3. This one in the air, center field. Mullins moving under it. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, but they still lead him 2-1. Back here in Milwaukee, here's the Rays' leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Over to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The weight comes out.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout. Foul off, he was late. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count. These guys today are so great at handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day. A nice job to turn them out.
Caminero batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Down to the last out for the Rays. Right here for a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up. Right now, they're looking for something to hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity.
Got it, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. Never know who's going to